So now I'm going to show you how you can handle your whole communication process within Slack. And I think this can be very useful if you guys are having the communication happening, everything on Slack. So this probably is not going to apply for everybody, but this is super useful if you have shared channels in Slack with your customer, and sometimes you're pasting the email into Slack, then the customer after some time is delivering an input, then you need to copy the input into smartlead, and it's like you're losing a lot of time from going to one place to the other, instead of just replying directly in Slack to the message. Have like kind of some collaborative discussion, and then based on that you can answer, and that way is going to be super fast. So that I think is really useful if you have that case. And you will see how I've implemented that function as well. So it ensures you that there's like no double responses, right? Because as soon as one user gets assigned the message, then everybody in the channels know, and that person is the responsible one for answering. And because otherwise you can have like some miscommunication, and three people might be answering at the same time, and you don't know actually if it was answered or not. So what I've done, I've set up a campaign to my personal email, and as you can see, Jorge is complimenting us. So LinkedIn is amazing, and I'd automate your business. So thanks a lot, man. So hey, Jorge, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Love you too, man. So now I'm gonna click send, and then as soon as I click send, this should be running on the background, and I should receive soon notification Slack here. So as you can see now, the workflow was completely run, and we're gonna go over it in a minute, but just for you to see, I have received now the message. So it's basically saying me what is the name, what is the email, then if it has a LinkedIn, in this case, because it was only a trial, I don't put it, what's the ID, and as well, you can include like as much information as you want. If you want to include that, like a phone number that you want to reach through Apollo, or a lot of things, you can. And then here you have a box to write the response. Whatever you write here, it's going to be formatted automatically. So if you put spaces in the second workflow, we will see in the video, in the second video, then you're going to see that this is automatically being done. But basically here you have the ability to respond, that if you click here, view in smartlead, you can directly see the message in smartlead, right? So you come here, and then it's Jorge, hey, you're amazing. So I had to do a second one because the first one didn't came. I had to correct something, but yeah, you can see, right? So everything is here. And then I will show you how this works in the next video. But here, basically, it can be assigned to a user. If you click here. So basically, when we receive this response, so it's coming from me with this ID, blah, blah, blah. If we click here, it's going to be automatically assigned to me. And then everybody in the Slack channel, it's going to know that this is actually assigned to me, right? So if I click here, because I don't want to reply it anymore, I just unclick, and then the response is free. So it means that everybody can actually reply. Then if we click here, we can basically see the thread. So you're amazing, and then hi Jorge, blah, blah, blah. So this was like the original message written. So, and then in case this we will see in the next video, but here you will put the response and send this email. So how does this workflow work? It's quite simple. So you get all the responses from smartlead. Then once you have all the responses, you get the lead by email, and then you get the lead campaign. So basically, this is all the data that you start to need to collect to put everything and all the information in the Slack channel. Then you get the message history. So basically, those two modules was to get the message history, and this is where you will filter by the thread, right? So get the message and then the thread after. Then you reverse the message history because how it works in smartlead, you will get the new ones at the top, and the other way around, the old ones at the top and the new ones at the bottom. So you obviously want to have the first in the thread, and that's why you need to reverse. And then you do you get and set the first message. So with a little bit of applying regex here and a little bit of formatting. Then you do markdown. So basically, because the message is gonna be is gonna come in HTML, otherwise it's gonna be impossible to read in the smartlead. And then you format a little bit with AI just to make sure that you're gonna get the data how Slack wants it, because Slack can be a little bit picky here. So that's why it's quite important, because otherwise sometimes you're gonna get errors. And this is probably the most important one. This is where you push the message to, and this is going to be your channel. So this is going to be your webhook ID that you need to put, and this is going to allow you to post using blocks kit for ID from Slack. And then you form it however you want, and in this case this format is bringing me this one here, but you can put green buttons or whatever, so that's completely up to you. So then we give a little bit of delay to make sure that everything is done. Then we get the timestamp for the message, and based on that we see whether there's a thread or not, and if it's a thread, it goes through here, otherwise it will go here, and we update our data store with the data, so we can use that data afterwards in the second flow that we're gonna go in the second video to reply to the message. And that's gonna be essential because you need that data to really know which message you're replying to.